As a fan of Tom and Jerry, I am always happy to watch one of the cartoons, so whenever they pop up as one of the nominees for the Academy Award for Best Short, I'm definitely quite excited to see what kind of quality they're giving us. When it comes to the 1947 Cat Concerto, I thought it was pretty cute, and oddly, this is the first of the Tom and Jerry's from the 40s that I kind of feel like I've seen before. I don't know if maybe they've redone it a little bit, but I really recognize the images of Jerry inside the piano. Now, this actually won that year. I haven't yet watched the rest of the ones that were nominated for 1947, but do I think this is worthy of the winner? Well, of course, I can't judge that until I've seen the other ones, but just on its own, I'd say it's good, but it didn't take my breath away. This was released, of course, 47, directed by Hanna and Barbera, and the premise is very, very simple. And I think the fact that it's quite repetitive is one of the reasons why I didn't find it as engaging as some other Tom and Jerry shorts. Tom is playing a concert, he is a pianist, and he is playing beautifully. He's, obviously the soundtrack to this is exquisite, it's really gorgeous to listen to. And everything's going well, he's playing a lovely piece, and then Jerry comes along and starts to jump on the keys, and then he gets inside the keyboard, and there's a mouse trap, which obviously Tom sticks his finger into, of course, and he just creates nuisance for Tom, and that's basically all that happens. Now, one could argue that Tom and Jerry is very repetitive, but when it's kind of inside the house, Jerry's able to set all kinds of different traps to wind up Tom. But with this one, it is just Jerry getting in the way for about 5 minutes, and it is very repetitive. The animation style itself, I really like. I think it's very well edited, the colours are very sharp. I don't know if it was remastered at some point, but it's still, some really good colour choices and shading. Tom looks majestic in his jacket. He looks fabulous. And Jerry is adorable. And as I said, the images of Jerry inside the piano is something that I actually remember. So it's definitely had an impression on me at some point. And the animation, the soundtrack is beautiful to listen to. So it's good fun. I enjoyed it. But it makes me nervous to see what the other nominations were for that year, because I didn't think it was stellar. I didn't think it was the best I've ever seen. It is a triumph in itself, but I've seen better. I've seen better Tom and Jerry entries from previous years. But that being said, I definitely recommend it if you're a fan of Tom and Jerry, or if you're a fan of the history of animation. It's got a lot going for it, and ultimately, I can't fault it.